And how is it going, everyone? Welcome to more I Wanna Stop the Heartbeats. And today we are in Hollow Knight, kind of boss rush area. Well, not really boss rush since I don't. Well, I hope you don't need to beat them all in one attempt. I will assume that once you beat one, that one remains beaten, right? I want to believe that. If that's not the case, we will be in trouble. But let's see. I saw all the bosses yesterday, and I will say that half seem very easy and the other half don't seem very easy. This one, I think, is one of the hard ones, mostly because of the weird-ass trajectory he has. I think that's mostly a matter of getting used to it, I think. If he only has this, maybe it's not that bad. But you never know, he might have more. Oh, he can also bounce on walls. That's an issue. Damn it. It's really a shame that you cannot see their health. Yes, it will be very useful to know how much health these guys have, but unfortunately, you don't. So you just have to guess. Oh, the issue, okay. The issue of this guy is that he moves too fast. I think no, not this one. This boss here might be the easiest one to beat because, well, it was, as I say yesterday, already easy on the main game on Hollow Knight. Basically a boss that just teleports around and has this flying ghost. Well, here it might be harder because the hitbox of the sprite is, you know, it's the whole sprite, so getting in between some of those ghosts might be a problem. But I don't think it's an issue. At least doesn't seem like it should be that big of a deal compared to the other guys. I want to believe at least that that's the case. Seems like you can only hit her once before she teleports. I think that was also the case in the original game, probably. It's been... I'm pretty sure it's been a year since I played Hollow Knight. If not more, maybe... No, I think it might have been a year. So not that much. Damn, I died to her hair. That's pretty sad. Dying to her hair like that. That's fine. Maybe I shouldn't... Wait, I think that there might be a better chance that I can kill this boss. I mean, I think this might be the one... No, I don't know actually. Like, I'm between this boss and the previous one, on which one could be easier. Because I think actually the two on the bottom are harder. I thought this guy was gonna be one of the hard ones, but compared to the other two, I don't think so. Especially the one on the bottom left. One on the bottom left is not easy at all. And I didn't even see him that much, but I don't think I need to. The few things that I saw on that boss were quite painful. Got him. That's a funny sounding scream. Alright. Well, there is that guy. So I hope that this will count as a defeat. As a permanent defeat. Well, considering that I'm teleported up here, I'm assuming. Right? Wait, let me check. Okay, you cannot even go there. It was here, right? It's close. Wait a second. All of them are close. No. What? Wait, but these are different bosses. The hell? I don't know why I talk to him as if I understood what the fuck he says. But it seems that depending on which boss you fight, you get different bosses? Well, that's weird. Wait, did I save? Well, too late now. I hope I did save. Well, not like beating that guy was that hard anyways, but... Let's hope I saved. Alright. I like those quote-unquote projectiles. So yeah, thankfully I was smart enough to save. So don't worry. What about this other? I think I remember this guy. Wasn't this the guy that shoots like a lot of bullets at you? That likes to teleport around like an asshole? No, this is... No, it's a different one. This one is an actual boss. By an actual boss... Well, the Collector I'm pretty sure is an actual boss. Like, the previous bosses in the previous room were supposed to be memories, but I'm pretty sure these are actual bosses in the game, for what I remember. He has a lot of health, it seems. Come on. I thought he was gonna go all the way to the right. What a bitch. That guy doesn't seem worth to defeat. A lot of health and a lot of annoying shit. This guy doesn't seem like he has that much annoying shit. He just jumps and then throws shit from above. So... That's an interesting laugh, though. I don't remember fighting this guy in the actual game, though. I assume he's an actual boss because I don't see any... Like, he doesn't look like a ghost. But I really don't remember fighting this guy. I most likely did. And they are Tetriminos as well. An appeal. And even the game is telling me to take my meds. And it's pretty hard to hit him. Damn it, dude. How much health do you have? There you go. Holy shit. Feels like I just defeated the Shogun. I didn't remember that guy being so insane. Or I don't remember that guy at all, but I really don't remember fighting a guy to have that laugh in Hollow Knight. Alright. Don't know what that says, but I agree. What other boss? Oh wait, there are more. Oh, there is more platforming. So those are the bosses. So you don't really need to fight all of them. That's a shame. I feel like this game is like wasting a lot of content. You know? I mean, I guess he might think that it's a slog otherwise, but I don't think that will be the case. Especially since, well, I guess some people that play these fun games are not very fond of bosses, but I mean, I like bosses. So both in the Pokemon world and in this world, there are a lot of bosses that you not only don't need to fight, but the game pretty much encourages you or completely doesn't allow you to fight them. You know, which is the case here. Well, you probably will get something different depending on who you defeat, maybe. Like maybe the platforming becomes harder, or maybe you actually get the secret. Because this game has secrets that apparently only have, you know, bragging rights and nothing else, so... And I really didn't want to go back to the dark gimmick, you know. Like doing platforming like this half blind is not very engaging. It's okay. And that jump looks like shit. Looks like ass. Come on. Like, I rather defeat all of those 6 bosses that were presented to me earlier than going through a section like this one, dude. As if I didn't dislike Needle enough, you make me do Needle in the dark. It's like Alone in the Dark, but you cannot fight back. That's a game I could play, you know, the other day I was talking about horror games and whatnot. Alone in the Dark? For what well, I played Alone in the Dark 4, the one on the PlayStation 1. But I could play the other ones, I guess. Damn it, are you kidding me? Oh, never mind. Oh, okay. I thought it was something else. Damn, but this gate jumps... Wait, is this for real? A gate jump into a corner jump. Sorry, diagonal jump. Oh, alright, got it on the first try at least. Alright, so what's this shit? I'm assuming another boss. Oh wait, am I gonna get a power-up? Well, that doesn't look like a power-up, particularly. I cannot move. Oh, this is the guy from Deltarune. I heard that both Undertale and Deltarune are quite popular in Japan. Well, something tells me that this fight is gonna be extremely long. Well, if it's the one like it is in Deltarune, it's a pretty long fight. Wow, nice missing all your shots like that. Wait, what? That didn't do shit. Nice misses, I gotta say. I'm missing every shot. Okay, that at least I saw it making decent damage. Damn it. Nice game over screen. But yes, this is gonna take a long time. I can already tell you that. I can already tell you that this is gonna take some time. It also has RNG to make it worst. But worse, not worst. So you only need to hit him once to make him trigger an attack. Wait, I wonder where that voice acting comes from. Because I'm pretty sure that Deltarune doesn't have any voice acting, right? Okay, so it's not a good idea to kill those clones there. It's a better idea to just kill the original to cancel the attack. I remember that if I have infinite jump here, I can just jump to avoid some of these patterns instead of staying on the bottom. I don't really know how to dodge this attack reliably. It's like my brain cannot process it very well. Like... well, you can walk all the way to the right. I thought there was only a platform on the middle, but there is actually platforms... well, the whole floor is a platform. So yes, this attack... I guess it's just moving left and then right, but like my brain cannot process that attack. And it's not that hard, mind you, but I just don't understand it. I mean, it's not like I don't understand the attack, I don't understand how to avoid it in a reliable way, because I cannot react to it. Oh, I hit him? Oh, alright. Oh, you can attack him here. Gotcha. I'm assuming that with time, those attacks are gonna become fiercer and fiercer. Well, those attacks, every attack. Yeah, I can see this fight being an absolute pain in the ass. I can definitely see that. Wish you had infinite jumping on that place and not choose here. That would be cool. I mean, you have a lot more room to react here. I guess it makes sense. Damn it. The attacks do become a lot fiercer. And I still don't know how to dodge that attack. Damn it. Really have to think of something. Because I mean, anytime that attack comes, it's pretty much a guaranteed game over if I don't figure it out. I need to figure it out somehow. Oh, that's a new one. Got him. No, I don't think it's worth it to go all the way around. Like, I think you just need to dodge twice. But I don't know how to do it. Like, it's not that hard, dude, but my brain just cannot process it. Like, there is something about that attack that my brain refuses to analyze. Or either analyze or react to it. I think here is important that you don't move while you're getting shot, because those bullets are gonna become quite messy if you do that. Damn it, dude. Well, we can just pray to RNG to not get that attack. But I think that the odds of not getting that attack in particular are quite low. Like not getting that attack in the whole fight. Not to mention that it probably will get harder later on, so I cannot even deal with the easy version. So you can tell that other attacks like this one are getting faster. I don't know why I assumed that those wouldn't reach the middle. Damn, that one looks super nasty to dodge. Holy shit. That one looks very, very nasty. Quite nasty. There you go. Oh, that's a new one. That looks quite nasty as well. Huh. Oh, alright. Combining all of them. That's interesting. Oh, what the hell? Are you shitting me? Dude, doing that with infinite jumping is so hard. I can do that while staying still, but while I need to move, holy fuck. Also, how is it going blue? A breath of fresh air? Well, I mean... this is probably the most recent game that this game has made, has used. Well, I think, right? Because Deltarune Part 1 came after Celeste, right? I think. Celeste was 2018, but I don't remember when the first part of Deltarune released. It's also been a while since I played. No, but I'm pretty sure it's after 2018. Probably 2019. Probably. Chaos, but in Japanese. Which Chaos? You mean the guy from Sonic? Wait, which Chaos do you mean? I don't know which Chaos you mean. That wasn't a joke. I don't know any other character called Chaos. Well, I know the old series Get Smart had an association called Chaos. That was a pretty funny series. Maxwell Smart. Remember watching it with my family when I was little. Shevel says Chaos Danedayo. I don't know. The only thing I hear him say is something about Dekiru, which means something about being good at something. Yeah, this fight will take... oh, especially with shit like this, dude. I guess I can kinda jumping the corner, but it's so hard to keep it on a line. Well, not like you can even do that. Damn, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. No, I think I know what I can do. Since this is gonna be such a pain in the ass... Oh wait, it's been a while since I seen that attack. Holy shit. I almost forgot this attack existed because it's been so long since I seen it. It's a shame I have to see it again though. Wow, I dodged it for the first fucking time. Is this the next Guitar Knight? No, I think this will take longer than those Guitar Knights. This fight will probably take longer, for sure. Unfortunately, but... You know, a lot of people like this song. I don't really... I don't dislike it, but... I don't think it's the kind of song that I would like to hear for... however this fight is gonna take. So... that's the issue. I think that's the main issue of this fight taking forever. Because I can guarantee you it will take a long time. But, you know, it was bound to happen. Damn it. But in the meantime, since this is gonna take a long time, how about I bitch about Street Fighter 6? Do you like that idea? We can use this time to bitch about Street Fighter 6. What about that? It's obviously bitching about Street Fighter 5 got all at some point, so now we can bitch about the upcoming game. What about that? I think that it's a good idea. But, you know, basically, what else is there to say than what I already said on the Discord, right? Capcom always does the same shit. Selling a new game with less characters than the previous iteration, asking $60 for it, plus DLC, and then wondering why people don't really play fighting games. It really is a shame. But, you know, I mean, I will really be surprised if they make the game free to play. But there is no way they are gonna make that game free to play. Like, being Capcom, there is no fucking way they do that. That's a shame. But, you know, it's the way it is. With Capcom, you always have to assume the worst, so you don't get disappointed afterwards. But, you know, what can you do? Sometimes you want to be optimistic, but some other times it's a little bit hard to. Well, the game haven't released yet though, so maybe the game is so good that it will justify that. Most likely not. I can tell you that. It most likely won't be, but you know. Come on. On the bright side, this fight has no introduction. Problem is that the first attacks are almost like an introduction. And you cannot skip that. But hey, at least you are doing something instead of just watching a cutscene play. I guess it's not that bad, but still painful. A little bit. Nice. Wow, I completely froze there. I didn't know if I wanted to go up left or down right. Damn it. I hesitated. You should never hesitate, because that's what's gonna happen. Fuck. This is gonna be painful. I guess in the meantime, do you have anything to share, Blue? Any interesting story? Any, you know, anything interesting that's been happening lately? That's been happening. Why did I say happy? Happening. They are similar words, but not that similar, you know? I also wonder if this is the... I mean, I don't think so, but I wonder if this is the final boss of the game. Probably not, but you never know. It could be. I don't think it will though. There's probably gonna be one more after this, which is a problem because this one is already hard enough as it is. So regardless of that, I think that I already... Wait, give me a second. Some of these attacks I just can't talk and focus at the same time. Well, in fact, I think that none of the attacks here are attacks that I can split my focus. This is where the attacks get a little bit hard. So I don't think none of these attacks are worse than the spinning horses. Well, the spinning horses. I'm pretty sure there is a better word to call them, but I don't know which one. The carousel, I guess. But I think that regardless if I can beat this today or not, because I can already see this is gonna take a long ass time. But regardless of that, I want to play something else on the next stream. And then maybe, you know, well maybe, no, actually play it again on the stream that comes afterwards. Because I mean, unless I can beat this today, in which case that's great, but I'm already having a feeling that I might not be able to beat this boss today. Like, I know that the stream is still young, but I just have a bad feeling about this boss. But it's okay. We don't need to try harder without a break, you know? We can just take a break next stream if he's still not dead by then. Also kinda reminds me of the actual Shovel fight. There was a... When I played this game, Deltarune, and I fought this guy, I think I remember this fight taking a couple hours to beat. Or something like that. I'm not sure though. Hey Shinugo, how is it going? Yeah, this is Shovel from Deltarune. But you know, I'm not playing Deltarune. I played the first part of Deltarune some years ago, though. Yes, Shovel Deltarune. I haven't played part 2, but I don't really... See, my issue with playing part 2 is that I don't even remember part 1. So, I feel that it's a little bit useless to play part 2 if I don't remember anything about part 1. And I don't want to replay part 1, so... I don't know what to do in that regard. Chapter 2 is fun. Yeah, it probably is, but it's like one of those things that I just don't feel there is any point on doing it if you can't remember. If you have the save file, it will remember it. No, yeah, I mean, the game will remember me, but I won't remember the game. That's the issue. Sure, the game is gonna remember my name, my level, or whatever there was, because I don't even remember the mechanics of the game at this point. But yes, the game will remember all of that, but I won't. That's the issue. I mean, I'm sure there might be a recap or something, but... I don't know, it's like... It's just one of those things that... I don't really have too much motivation of doing it, right? Not to mention that I think that a game like Deltarune is something that I don't know if I will have the patience to sit through nowadays. Alright. Nice. He's one hit away, but... Ah, damn it. That was my fault. Yes, I know he uses Shovel attacks, that's kinda like the point. Dropping the hard particles is an unused attack. I had no idea, but I really blew it there. I really blew it because there was an attack that he had not used, which was about horses spinning like a carousel. And that attack is extremely hard for, well, at least in this game with the way the physics in this game work. And I got super lucky that I haven't gotten it in the previous run. But here, The chances of not getting that attack are... I mean, I'm assuming they are quite low. Yes, the final move got me. The Shovel Clones is another unused attack. I see. Well, this guy clearly really likes Deltarune, that's for sure. Well, he clearly likes Deltarune and Pokemon. I think he still likes Pokemon more because the amount of effort the Pokemon section in this game has is just insane. This one also has a lot of effort, but if you had seen the Pokemon section, it has so much effort put into it. Spinning Duck's attack in original fight is really hard. Well, the problem is that here it's even harder. And that's because, differently from the original fight where you can move in 4 directions perfectly, here you can only move while jumping. So you basically have to go up and down every single time, instead of being able to stay still, as you can see here. Like, you need to jump like this. So it's even harder than in the original. So it's gonna be a pain in the ass, and it's the reason why I say that I need to get lucky that that attack doesn't appear, because if that attack appears, I'm absolutely boned. Seems like the hardest attack of the fight. Well. Damn it. Jeez. That one is also hard, it's just that I got it once somehow. On the bright side, I don't need to spam, you know. I mean, spam shot, since he only takes 1 hit for each attack. That's good. Didn't know what to do there. Devil's Knife attack isn't bad. I haven't seen any knife here. Game forces you to mash, it's a bad game. Well, this one doesn't, at least. How is it going, Riemann? The original wasn't even there, it appeared afterwards. also another thing that it's a little bit hard to look at is the background. Like, it's kinda making me dizzy a little bit. That spinning thing. Well, not dizzy, but rather it's making my eyes tired looking at that background. I mean, not to mention that that thing that is spinning is so big. Wow, that was close. Oh, okay, you don't need to dodge it on the way back there. Oh, fuck me. No, wait, why didn't that work? Dude, how did that not hit him? That was bullshit, I got scammed. I got absolutely scammed. How did that not hit him? An unused voice line? I don't even remember this guy having voice in the first place. Maybe he had. Cheval has? Yeah, I really don't remember that. Oh, he stays active even after he gets hit. I mean, I don't know why I assume it wasn't the case, but... I guess I need to be more aggressive in that clone attack, cause... I mean, he bounces off the ground so fast that even if I'm spamming shot, it might not even catch him. Problem is that if you're aggressive, you have to make sure you're not shooting any of the clones, because the bullets are hard to dodge. Wonder what happens if you go all the way to the side. Okay, you kinda need to jump to get him. Like, the chances of hitting him at floor's level are actually not that high. Fuck you. Okay, I want to see what happens if you choose... Oh, you can't. The game doesn't let you. So you actually have walls. Alright, why not? I have a feeling that when I take my eyes away from the screen, it could have been worse. I thought that I would see shit spinning like after you watch the credits of something for too long. Cheville knows about the walls. I don't think it's relevant if he knows or not, because it's pretty clear he doesn't care. Whether he knows or not, it doesn't seem like the walls affect him anyway, so doesn't seem like it's an issue. At least I got used, well, kind of used to that attack. That gave me trouble earlier. Nice. Two more hits. Alright, okay, so here comes the last attack. I'm still not sure what to do. Uh-oh, wait, what the hell? Alright, well that was interesting. Alright, I actually got him. But I got him just because that attack with the spinning horses or whatever they are didn't happen. If that attack had happened, I don't think I would have beaten him. So it's all down to RNG, but it might not be over yet. Wait, he's eating me? That's disgusting. Infinity... Wait. Where is my checkpoint? Okay, never mind. That is a checkpoint. Good to know. Oh, this is an avoidance. Okay. Shishi, thanks. We're gonna go an avoidance, huh? An infinite champ avoidance at that. Oh no, I think it's one of these where you need to memorize. Wow, that was crazy. Like, you need to memorize that. I just got super lucky this time. What the hell? Wait, how do I dodge that? I feel like I got cornered there. I don't know how to dodge that one. I mean, I'm supposed to jump between the apples, but that seems very weird. This is gonna be an absolute pain in the ass, dude. I hate avoidances like this one, especially... I mean, I got super lucky that I got that far. There are like 4 attacks that you need to memorize because you won't dodge them otherwise. I just completely hate this type of avoidances, which are most of the avoidances, you know. Yeah, this is gonna be a pain in the ass, I can already tell you. On the bright side, this might be the end of the game. I mean, I think that a lot of adventure games usually do this. They have a boss fight, and then they have an avoidance at the end, and then the credits roll. But this avoidance might be an absolute pain in the fucking ass, dude. Oh, fuck, dude. How painful. And I'm not even dying to the hard shit. Damn it, dude. It's okay. That's okay. Just remember what I say. Just because I might not be able to beat this thing today doesn't mean that I have to try it again tomorrow. But then, these sort of things really are not my thing at all. These sort of things are definitely not my thing. The only is that I purposely avoid, well, redundancy aside, I purposely avoid avoidances like this one. And yet this one has one. This is just annoying to me. God damn it. Mostly because I mean, being infinite jump doesn't help. Well, obviously if it was normal jump it would be worse, but I mean that, like, if this was something that had normal shoot 'em up controls where you can perfectly move to the 4 ways, like left, right, up, down, perfectly, I wouldn't mind this, but with infinite jump it's so fucking annoying, dude. I mean, again, that's the reason, well, one of the reasons why I don't like avoidances. The other one because most avoidances rely most on memory than on reactions. This one at least relies more on reactions than on memory, but it still has some memory shit in it. Well, do you have anything to say? Anything to tell? Anything to share? So I can tell you that this is gonna be a slog. So, you have anything to share? I will appreciate it. What I also find funny is how even something as simple as infinite champ, like even something like that, like the Japanese cannot say it properly. Like I mean, I joke a lot about Japanese not being able to speak English, but it's true. Even something as simple as that, they should say infinity champ. I mean, yes, I can understand what you mean, which is what matters at the end of the day, but even something as simple as that, they just can't say it properly. I just don't understand how they are so bad at English. There was an attack after this wave that I also dodged by pure miracle, I think. No, after this attack I think it is. I think on the... See, the issue of that attack is that if I stay on the corner, my chances of dodging are higher, but I cannot really see how the projectiles line up because I'm further away. But if I go to the middle, my chances of dodging are lower because I have less space between projectiles. So I don't really know what to do there. Last time, well, the first time that I got there, I dodged by pure miracle. I didn't even know that attack was coming up. I still feel that the best idea is to probably go to the corner and pray that I dodge it. Like, not even worry about actually dodging it, just pray that I get lucky enough to dodge it. So I don't even know if it's RNG, the positions of those projectiles. Maybe it's actually fixed, in which case I will need to learn the safe spot, but something tells me it's random and not fixed. I keep falling for that one. That one is not even hard to dodge. Well, the question is how much is this gonna get copyright strike? Well, strike. Copyright claim on YouTube. Well, it might even get copyright claim on Twitch. That's the case for most avoidances as well. A lot of avoidances get copyright claim because they usually use, well, copyrighted music, obviously. That's the point. For that one, I should just let me fall down instead of trying to jump over it. But in order to do that, I will need to be high enough to just be able to fall down. Hey Yannick, how is it going? I don't know why you're saying that, but the answer is no. Autocorrect? Sure. But no, the answer is no. Sorry to disappoint you, but I am not. Oh yeah, you cannot even go to the middle. My bad. I think another thing that might not help is that I am a little bit sleepy. So things like this are not a very good combination with being sleepy, as you would expect. I should have slept, I should have taken a nap, I mean. Would have been a good idea, but it's a little bit too late now. I think that Twitch has a category for sleeping, right? Maybe I could just do that. That's hard to dodge. Results came out, got approved on everything, just formalities until officially a computer scientist. Nice. Congratulations again. Computer scientist. That's an interesting title. Sometimes it's hard to remember, but you know, computing and informatics is pretty much a science. Speaking of which, did you know, since you were interested in the subject, did you know that there were some very big advancements in AI technology to generate images? There are AIs that now generate some very good images. The problem is that you need a good computer. So my computer is not enough, as you already saw. But I think that your computer is enough, and it's not like what you tried to do before. It's actually way better than that. I can send you the link later of the tutorial and all that shit. But it works very well. It's just that you need to be patient. Not because it takes time to generate images. You need to be patient in order to generate a good image. You will like that? Alright. I guess I could send you the link now. And in the meantime, while I try to beat this thing, you can tell me how it goes. Well, you don't need to do it now, obviously. But if you want to do it now, it is at least, you know, that. I could actually send... Wait, give me a second. I could send it to you by PM, because if I post it on Discord, there are some things that will break. I mean, some things in the page that I think of that will break my own rules. I mean, the rules of my Discord, that is. So I will need to DM you. Where is it? Here. Okay. Like, basically, you go through this thread. Breaking rules sounds like fun. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna send it to you on Twitch, because I don't even know where you are on Discord. I mean, well, I think it would have been easier, but I'm just sending it to your Twitch. There you have it. So in that board, in that thread, look for the links at the beginning on the first post, and you will see tutorials. The thread is basically a proof of what you can generate. That one is relatively new, so there are not gonna be that many examples. But if you go to older threads, you can see that some of the results are so good that you think that an artist made it. And no, it was an AI. Well, it was an AI using real artist references, yes. But generated by a prompt text. So yeah, go through that and see what you find. I mean, after all, you say that you had an NVIDIA video card that is very good, and you had at least 16 gigabytes of RAM, of normal RAM. VRAM, you only need 8, I think. Well, 4 actually, I don't think you even need 8. Never heard of this? Yeah, it's basically what's being hot nowadays. I would love to try it, but you cannot really do it with AMD. Well, right there is kind of like a tutorial with AMD, but no. Even if you could do it with AMD though, I only have 8 gigabytes of RAM in my computer, so this requires a minimum of 16, so even if I had an NVIDIA GPU, I can't do anything with 8 gigabytes of RAM. But if I'm not mistaken, you actually fulfill the requirement, so you could actually try that. But yeah, have fun. Well, first try to make it work and then have fun. In that order. You can already see that it is pretty tempting when you see the results, right? And since now you have free time, since you finally were able to get behind, no, get behind? No, well, I guess get through will be a better expression. To get through university, you can actually dedicate some time to something like that. Since most of the things that you will be spending time on is installing and setting up the whole thing. But once you have it all set up, you don't need to spend that much time. Yeah, let me know how it goes whenever you try it. Wow, that was pretty close. Damn it. There is a model that yes, that's part of the reason why it works so well. The model that most people in that thread use is the one that is being fed 56,000 Danboru images. Yes. That is indeed what makes the magic. What makes the magic happen. I'm pretty sure that they are, well, I don't really know how the whole thing works, but I'm pretty sure that you can probably also feed it other databases, but I'm not sure how. Nor I will be able to try it anyway, so doesn't really matter too much. Some people in that thread are also very addicted to generating images, so hopefully you don't become addicted. It's okay though, if you were able to get through university, I'm pretty sure you have very good self-control. You didn't have self-control, I don't think you will have been able to graduate. So I entrust you that power. I do plan on getting well, it's not like I'm really planning, but I'm thinking of getting a new computer by the end of the year. But I'm still not really sure, especially not sure what components I will use. I mean, what I am sure of is that I will use an Nvidia video card. I mean, not just because of this AI shit, but because for streaming it's way better since you actually have access to the Nvidia encoder, which is miles better than the AMD encoder. Computer prices got cheaper, so it should be a good time. Yeah, but the issue is that with things like that, things like what I should show you right there, I am afraid that they might go up again. So that's the issue. But maybe not, I don't know. You never know. But yeah, I don't know which video card I will get. Like, I don't know how expensive a 3070 will be here. Or a 2060 or a 2080, I don't know. I have no idea about video card prices, and much less the rest. Like, I don't know if I should go for a Ryzen 7. I mean, I most likely should go for a Ryzen 7, but I don't know how expensive they are. I also don't know if it's a better idea to go for an Intel 9 or whatever. I don't know, I don't really know anything. I also know what motherboards are good for those processors. I don't know if I should get 16 GB of RAM or just go all the way to 32. I don't know how much watts my PSU needs. Like maybe 800 or something like that, I don't know. A lot of shit to take into consideration, and as always it's a fucking pain in the ass. You most likely will grab one of the Ryzens. Yeah, that's what they recommend me, that I should go for Ryzens. I don't know. I consider Intel, but motherboards are too expensive. Oh, I see. The motherboards that are compatible with those processors are expensive. Yeah, that might be the case. I honestly don't know. There are just too many variants, you know. Like, if it was a thing that, you know, I just want to upgrade my GPU, right? Like, that wouldn't be a problem. But I pretty much want to buy a whole new PC. Since, I mean, my issue is not particularly the GPU, but rather everything else. So I really don't know what to do. But as always, it's a pain in the ass. It's just painful. It's so annoying to investigate, you know, then figure out where to purchase, well, then actually spending the money, and then finally building it. It's such a pain in the ass, dude. And it's the reason why I haven't done it yet. I mean, I would have done it way earlier. I mean, I joke around a lot with the effects and shit, but at this rate I really should have switched my effects. But yeah, what's really holding me down is how painful it is. If it was as easy as, you know, snapping my fingers and just completely changing my PC, obviously spending the money that is necessary and everything, but if it was as easy as snapping my fingers, it would be perfect, but it's not. It's not, so yeah. Still glad about my effects being able to hold on for so long and still hold on to this day, but yeah, it comes to a point where you really need to let it go, but if letting it go was that easy, but it's not. That's the thing, I mean, that's the kind of shit that makes me want to consider buying Alienware pre-made PCs. But everyone says that Alienware is a bad idea, which I understand. They are probably not worth the price, probably. They are also probably not as good as buying the components separately. But honestly, just forgetting about the hassle of buying the components individually and building the PC afterwards, that already enhances the experience so much. But I don't know, dude. It's painful no matter how you look at it. Damn it. Oops. Well, in another topic, how excited are you for Street Fighter 6, Yannick? I know that you are a very big Street Fighter fan, so you probably can't wait for the release, right? You probably are even registering for the beta test. Yeah. I consider registering for the beta test, but I don't like creating accounts in places that I don't even know what they are. I mean, I know that it's a Capcom account. You know, it's not like I'm registering in a terrorist forum, but it's just one of those things that too lazy to do that. But even if I wasn't too lazy, it's not like I'm a very big fan of playing betas anyways. I like playing full games when they release. But at the same time, I don't know if this is even a game that I will buy when it releases. I'm a fighting game players, they got hands. I mean, that's the thing. You're gonna get destroyed. But that applies to any fighting game, you know. So that was the gimmick, going to the right. Like, I was asking how you could dodge that one, because last time I died to the left side, but you dodge the first one on the left side and then the second one on the right side. Unless it's actually random and I just got lucky. You've been watching Baki? Well, that's the series where everyone is an abomination, a body abomination, right? Is that Baki? The one which everyone is absolutely disgusting to look at? I think it is that one. I mean, that's one that I wanted to watch, but honestly, the way the characters look is way too much for me. There is a limit on what I'm willing to accept, and that heavily surpasses my limit. So no, everyone is a muscle monster. Yeah, but it's not just that they are muscle monsters, they are ugly as well. Like, say for example, you have wrestlers, right? Like, I don't know, John Cena, right? To make the most popular example, right? John Cena is also a muscle monster, but he's not ugly, you know? Like, he's pleasing to look at. Well, that's the reason why he's super famous. Well, as well as being very talented at wrestling. But you know, that's the thing. Like, it's not just that they are muscle monsters, they are ugly as shit. You know? Because you can... Like, you can be both things, right? You can be ugly and not have a lot of muscles, or have a lot of muscles and not be ugly. But the guys at Baki are both ugly and muscle madness. So I just don't like it. I mean, I don't even need to go for a real life example. Look at, for example, I don't know, Dragon Ball. You know how many characters there are muscle monsters and they are not ugly? Like, I don't know, for example, Super Vegeta. Like, when he fights against Cell, that he's an absolute muscle abomination, but he's not ugly. I mean, he's Vegeta, you know? The Vegeta we all know and love. It's okay, they give Baki a pretty face. I don't know about that. I think I will need to disagree. But you know, when it comes to fiction, I just don't like looking at ugly characters. Unless the ugly character is like a very secondary character that appears once in a while. But if everyone is ugly, it's like, no, I don't wanna watch this. Damn, those are so fucking fast, dude. Yeah. Mostly... yeah. Looking at ugly things is not very nice, as you would expect. Well, not to me at least. That's also a problem that I had with Shosho Part 4 and 5. Like, I like like both of the seasons, well, both of the parts, if you want to call it that way. But I feel like the characters were very ugly. I mean, they could have been worse, but Like, they really didn't have the charm that part 1, 2, and 3 characters had. Like, they just seem ugly, and I think that's because the author, Araki, changed art styles around there. And that's fine, it's like to each their own. Some people like how those characters look, I don't. But again, it's not like they are too hard to look at, they are okay. Could be worse. And when I say could be worse, a perfect example will be Baki. I really think that Baki of the known manga / anime might be the ugliest one when it comes to how the characters look. They are just so fucking ugly. Dude, how do I dodge that without getting lucky? That's the one pattern that I don't know what logic to use. Other than getting lucky, I mean. Which is not really... Well, I guess it is a logic. It's just not a consistent logic. They are even uglier with their face smashed in, which happens a lot, yeah. Yeah, I saw some pages of the manga and I am like, no. No thanks. I mean, I was gonna say, if I wanted seeing ugly people beat each other up, I would just watch the UFC. But even people that participate in UFC are more attractive than any of the characters in Baki. You know, it's that sort of thing. But it's okay. I mean, at the end of the day, for things like that, what should matter is the story, but I personally, you know, whatever. It's just not my thing, that's what matters. Also, speaking of being my thing, there is actually something that is my thing. In 2023, apparently they are gonna release a sequel to Initial D called Ghost something. I don't know the name exactly. Apparently it's a continuation of the story of Takumi. So I'm very looking forward to that. And they have Eurobit. Eurobit didn't leave. So that's great. Like, that's actually an anime that I'm looking forward to. And it's actually gonna be an anime. Like, it says anime TV, so it's not even gonna be like Shoujo Part 6 where they just release a batch of episodes on Netflix. Apparently that one is gonna be actual anime TV show. So I'm assuming there is gonna be a weekly schedule release. So that's great. That's absolutely great. But unfortunately, the release date is 2023. So I'm afraid that the issue there is that 2023 could be... I mean, the minimum amount of time is 4 months. The biggest amount of time is a whole fucking year. And even more, a year and 3 months is the maximum. That's the issue with those very vague statements. Yeah, 2023, pretty cool. Yeah. Speaking of anime though, they are also gonna release an anime for Genshin Impact. I don't really know why. Well, no. I mean, yeah, why is money? But I mean, what they are even gonna show there. Like, are you gonna show the story of the game? That doesn't seem like a very good idea. Maybe they are gonna show the story before the game starts. I mean, after all, they have a scene where the twins are holding hands. That's something that is impossible to happen during the story of the game, unless they want to spoil us the ending of the story, which will be pretty funny, but no. But yeah, that's something that is cool, at least, that they are doing it. I mean, after all, storytelling is definitely not one of Genshin Impact's strengths. So maybe the anime will do something about that. Or not. But I feel that it's something worth looking forward to. Maybe. I mean, apparently the company, the studio that is making the anime is ufotable, which apparently is a very popular studio. I say apparently because I don't remember what series they participated in. I think they did Fate, maybe? I don't remember. I mean the modern Fate, not the old Fate Stay Night, but like the modern Fate series. But I'm not sure really. I don't really follow anime all that much, but I do know that they are supposed to be popular. So hey, at least there's gonna be a big bloodshed involved. I don't think I should get my hopes up. I wonder how long this avoidance is. Like, I really hope that my personal best is not halfway through the avoidance, because if that's the case, I will be slightly pissed. Well, slightly... yeah. Slightly is a way of saying I will be quite pissed. But you know, it's okay. Damn it. At least the song is cool. It's not really annoying. But, you know, what is annoying is doing it. Hey, that's just me not really liking avoidances at all. I also remember that there was another fun game that I played that was also an adventure fun game. called Domu that the very end of the game was an avoidance pattern. I wish it was a single pattern. There were obviously many patterns just like this one. And that game was pretty cool, but yeah. That avoidance finale was a little bit annoying, to say the least. I don't know what to do there, dude. Maybe I should go to the corner. Like, I should stay between the wall and the floor at the very corner. But you know, the issue with that attack is that I always forget that that's the attack that's coming. So I can never get ready for it. Jesus. I also can tell that the avoidance is not as hard as it could be. Like, the author actually held back, because avoidances like this one can be a lot harder than this. I actually thought that memory played a very important role in this avoidance, but I think that that's kind of an exaggeration, to be honest. It's not really that important. And every time the yellow fruits appear, I always get lost on how to keep dodging the other ones. Like, they take my focus away, because I only focus on them and not on the rest. Seems that in some of these patterns RNG is also quite important. Well, at least one thing that I gotta be thankful is that a fight like this one doesn't really require you to shoot. Because there are some fights like this one that even have the nerve to require you to shoot the boss at the same time you're trying to dodge all the bullshit on the screen. Thankfully this one is not one of them. But imagine if it was. Wouldn't be very pretty, that's for sure. Now I really wonder, like, if I had gotten that spinning attack in the previous boss fight, I wonder if I wouldn't be still be fighting that boss fight right now instead of tryharding this avoidance. I probably will be doing that, I don't know. That attack is so fucking annoying, dude. I wish it was the only annoying attack, but this fight has so many annoying attacks. And the funniest thing is that I got super far on my first attempt. Like, in fact, my personal best is almost my... No, actually, I'm pretty sure that my personal best is still my first attempt. I guess that's what they call beginner's luck. But it's crazy. I did so well on my first attempt of this avoidance. Dude. This is a problem. And I think the worst part is that I don't really have anything to say. Well, not about this fight at least. I mean, there's nothing else to say other than what I said. I guess I should just try hard in silence. Well, unless I actually get a personal best, in which case at least I will have an attack to talk about. Right here, everything up until the personal best has already been seen quite a lot of times. Do you like apples? I usually don't like fruits in general, because the problem with fruits is that they are usually a pain in the ass to eat, unless you actually take the work to, you know, grab a knife and actually cut it properly to eat it in a civilized way. If you eat it like a barbarian, you are gonna get dirty. And that's a pain in the ass, so I usually don't like fruits because of that, apples being one of them. And that's also a reason why one of the few fruits I like is bananas, because for those fruits you don't need to get your hands or your face dirty. You just peel the banana and that's it. That's the end of that. The banana even gives you a handle that is perfect to not get your hands dirty. But every other fruit is such a pain in the ass to eat, dude. So yes, I don't really like... I mean, I like apples, I like their flavor, but I don't like eating apples. Unless they already come in little pieces, right? But yeah, whole apples, no. I guess one fruit that I should eat more, since it's also not that much of a pain in the ass to eat, is grapes. But the issue with grapes is that I think they have seeds inside of them, right? So that already makes them painful. I mean, seeds that you can't swallow. Because I think technically the banana also has some sort of seeds, but they are edible. But I think that grape seeds are not edible, right? There are grapes without seeds, really? Maybe I should pay attention to those then. But wait, how are there grapes without seeds? Like, you will have to buy them separately, right? Because, I mean, if you buy, like... Well, I don't know what the word is in English, but if you buy the whole grape thingy, like the one that you can grab and has a whole bunch of grapes, those are gonna have seeds, right? So, like, the only way for them to not have seeds will be if you buy them separately, right? Or how does it work? It's like a variety that grows without seeds. Interesting. I didn't know they existed, but hey, that's pretty good. I'm gonna ask here if they sell them, because if they sell them, that will be a very good alternative to bananas. Because, okay, actually, you know, chat, why don't you recommend me fruits that are not a pain in the ass to eat? So far we have bananas and grapes. What else do you have in mind that is not a pain in the ass to eat? Also, hey Mario and Shoyer, how is it going? Thanks. You know, I actually didn't realize that these were supposed to be the heartbeats. So this avoidance is the reason why this game is called I Wanna Stop the Heartbeats. Here apparently these are Shevile, or Sheville, whatever the fuck his name is, heartbeats, right? Boneless grapes. We modify grapes to be seedless over generations? Really? I didn't know that. Okay, you're actually making me very interested now. Damn, I can't believe it. I might have found another fruit to eat. Alright, also, how is it going, Yummy? Damn, you're really making me excited now. Eating grapes instead of just bananas? What the fuck is a long chicken? What? What are you talking about? I don't remember saying long chicken. Or I don't remember chat saying long chicken. Or unless you're asking me what a long chicken is, in which case I don't know what. I mean, a chicken that is long, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what other answer you will expect. Unless you had the wrong chat, which could be the case. It happens. Similar to how bananas we see now basically don't exist in nature, we made them. And you might be right then. That's super good then. Strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, almost any berry. Yeah, but wait, no. Hold up. Strawberries have a part that is not edible. Like, the part at the top is not edible. You know? For what I understand. I don't know about the other ones because I don't remember eating those. Since summer is coming up, buy frozen strawberries, put them in the blender with bananas and some milk. Amazing smoothie. No ice needed if the strawberries are kept in the freezer. Plus they last a long time. That's a nice advice, though I don't usually drink smoothies, you know. I usually just drink milk by itself, not with any fruit. But that sounds tasty, so maybe I could give it a try. Clementines aren't that bad. I also don't know what that is. Frozen strawberries you get in a bag don't include the green parts you can't eat? Oh really? Well, I don't know if we have them here. Keep in mind that those are products. Like, we might not even get them here. For all I know. Or maybe we do. I mean, I will need to look it up. If you're a milk enjoyer, you will love it. I could see. Thanks for the recommendation. Yeah, frozen strawberry does sound good. How do you feel about figs? What's a fig? I don't know what you're talking about. Are you sure you're not in the wrong chat, Mario Enjoyer? Because I feel that you think I know those terms that you're coming up with, and I don't. Well, maybe that's a common word in English, in which case I apologize, because I'm an ESL. It's like a weird fruit that is pollinated by dead wasps. What? No, I don't think I know that fruit. I mean, maybe I will need to look it up in the translator, because I might know it. The fig contains the edible fruit of Ficus carica, a species of a small tree in the flowering plant family Moraceae. Oh, higo! Yeah, okay, I know what an higo is. Yeah. I know that. No, I don't like them. I tried them before and no, I don't like higos. Yeah, figs. That's how you call them in English, okay. No, I don't like them. But a lot of people in my family like them. Never had one, but after I learned about the wasp things, I'm kind of glad. I don't know if they are actually made like that, but... Also, what was that question about the long chicken? Is that also a fruit? Or is that something else? Because I also didn't understand that one. Again, I apologize if these are things that are supposed to be common, and since I'm not, you know, since I am an ESL, I might not know them right away. Yeah, I don't know. I saw a comment of Mario and Shoyer saying what the fuck is long chicken, and I also wonder the same, because I really don't know what it is. Just a type of food I heard someone say once, so I asked because I thought maybe someone will know. No, I don't. I don't know what it is. But yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, I really haven't heard about that. Then again, I'm probably not the best person to ask when it comes to obscure foods, because I most likely don't know how they are called in my language. You know, like I wouldn't know the term in Spanish for that. Maybe they mean the chicken of the woods mushroom. They have really big ones near here. I don't know, here a chicken is a chicken. I mean, you can make food with chicken, like you can do like rice and chicken, you can do, you know, chicken with butter. You can just make grilled chicken. But long chicken, no, I'm afraid that's not a variant here. And if it is a variant, I just don't know which one it is. Breaded chicken? Oh, you call it breaded chicken? Interesting. You mean bread, you mean, fuck, I forgot how you call this. You mean grilled, wait, do you call it grilled? Grilled bread, right? Like the, I don't know if it's called grilled. Or fried, oh, you mean fried chicken. I'm not a fan of fried stuff in general. I mean, I'm not saying that it isn't tasty, but they usually are not very nice for my digestive system. So that's the issue with fried food. Grilled chicken usually isn't breaded, although I don't see why it couldn't be. Well, basically here we have something that is called milanesa. Milanesa is basically covering meat, which could be cow meat or chicken or even other types of meat. You can even make one of those out of soy. So you basically just use scrambled eggs and I'm not sure how you say this in English, but it's like bread dust. Like you ram a bread against against something that is supposed to cut it in very minuscule pieces, and then you cover it with that. That's what a milanesa is. You can, as I say, do it with chicken or cow meat, and they are usually very good. Sounds tasty, yeah, it is. I mean, it's one of the classics of here. Like, I don't know if, I mean, it probably was not originated here. I mean, most likely wasn't. It most likely is a European food. But the point is that it's one of the big classics of Argentinian cuisine. Well, particularly the one that uses cow meat. The one that uses chicken meat is also relatively popular, but not as much as the one that uses cow meat. That one is super popular. Probably one of the most popular foods outside of like pizza, right? Yeah, probably. Oh, well, outside of pizza and one thing that we call asado, which is pretty much barbecue. Well, kinda. It's like a barbecue. It's basically grilled meat. But yeah, we call it asado. It usually has other stuff that you use as, you know, as like company for the main dish. But yeah, do you eat pig? Yes. In fact, there is a food that is called here. It's called chorizo, which is pretty much like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like it's like meat cylinders. It's like, imagine salami, but instead of being salami, it's like you put like pig meat in there and other types of well, I don't know if I should call it spices, but you put other kind of stuff. Yeah, I guess pork sausage. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to describe it. Though it doesn't always have to be made out of pig. Sometimes it's made out of cow meat as well. But yes, it is something that we also eat. You can also eat pig meat by itself, but I don't think that's that popular. I think it's more popular when you eat it in a chorizo. Yummy with the gachigasen. Yeah, the funny thing is that, you know, fuck you. The funny thing is that chorizo is a word here that is also one of the 1,000 euphemisms that we have for dick. Well, sausage is also another one. Beef sausage, kinda. But yeah, that's how it is. Argentinian cuisine is mostly meat-based. There isn't really that many vegetables in there, other than as, you know, as a side dish. But yeah, Argentinian cuisine is mostly meat. All types of meat, mostly cow meat though. Chorizo humongous. I'm sure meat cylinder is 100% penis. I mean, it's just that if I don't use the word cylinder, I don't know how else to describe it, you know? Because it is a cylinder. Like, that's the perfect shape to describe it, cylinder. So I don't know how else I could visually describe it. Well, I guess you could also say that it's like a sausage, but more fat. But then again, not like that sounds much better, you know, than meat cylinder. Can get meat logs here. I think you can get them here too, but I'm not sure. I'm talking about Argentinian cuisine. How is it going, Colo? You're basically talking about milanesa, you know, chorizo, asado, all those things. All the good stuff of Argentinian cuisine. Well, I say Argentinian cuisine, but mostly because they are popular dishes. It's not like they were particularly invented here. What are your thoughts on chorizo? I know your intention, but I don't care. I'm gonna answer anyways. The flavor is good, but it's usually way too heavy for my digestive system. Like, it's something that I cannot really eat too often. It's just way too heavy. I wish I could, but it's just way too much. It's just something that my stomach cannot really handle very well, unfortunately. It really is a shame, but it is what it is. I mean, after all, it's not a very light food, you know. It's not a lightweight food at all. Timid. Do you like asparagus? Is that the vegetable that looks like that is similar to a leek? Is that the one? If that's the one, no, I don't like it. I don't like vegetables in general. Yeah, well, no. Vegetables, the only vegetable I like is lettuce, spinach, and there was another one. Problem is that I don't know how it's called in English. Wait, let me look it up. There is another one that I like a lot as well. Well, the problem, okay. Apparently...
Arugula.
Okay, that's how you pronounce it. Arugula. Yeah, that one. So lettuce, spinach, and that one. No, I hate carrots. Carrots, I like the taste of carrot. To me is so bad. How do you feel about leeks? No, as I said, other than those three vegetables, I don't like any other one. Well, unless you consider the tomato a vegetable, in which case I guess that counts. But I only like it if it's very red. As soon as it's a little bit green, I feel like it's insanely nasty. I like leeks, at least the ones I taste like onion. Well, I don't like onion either. Tamarind? I don't know what that is. Do you like corn? Yeah, I do. Well, is that a vegetable? If corn is a vegetable, then yes, that will be another one I like. If corn is a vegetable, yes, that's another one. It is to you? Okay. Well, if it is, then yes, add it to the list. Carrot cake is the best. Well, maybe carrot cake might be the best, but a carrot by itself to me is absolutely nasty. Do you like potatoes? Yes. Yes, I do. There is a lot of foods that I eat that usually have potatoes. Like, for example, well, mashed potatoes is obviously the most common one. But I also eat potato, I guess you can call it, I don't know if you will call it tart. But it's like, it's something that you do with eggs, well, with scrambled eggs, and you do it in a, well, with that shit that I forgot the name of. Argentinians are not keen on vegetables. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Most of Argentinian food is based on meat and not really on vegetables. French fries, well, yeah. French fries are also an example, but yeah, not really the best way. Well, in fact, now that I remember, today I eat I don't really know how to call them, but they are like potato cuts that you cook in the oven with some oil and shit, and you just eat it like that. They usually are a bit crusty because they are cooked in one side a lot. They are very good. It's basically like French fries, except that it's not fried or French. And it's also not in that shape. It's more shaped like a mini potato. I ate that today. I count those as fries. You gotta flip them over in the middle. I don't know if you need to flip them over in the middle. Oven roasted potatoes. Yes, I think that's how you call them. Yes, I think Colo is right. It will be something like that. Oven roasted potatoes probably will be the best way to call them. So yes, I ate that today. Well, that alongside some meat. I think it was asado, but I don't remember what type of meat it was. It was one of those. No, I think it's what we call vacío. I'm not sure, which is another type of cut. Your mother is there then? No, it's my aunt. My aunt is the one that cooked those. But yeah, my mother can also cook that. When you put salt and oil, it's pretty close to French fries. Yeah, I personally don't really like putting too much salt to food. In fact, most of the food I eat only has salt on the preparation. And even then, sometimes the food I eat doesn't even have salt in the preparation. So I usually eat with not too much salt. On Toshi. No, but yeah, she knows how to cook and she likes cooking as well. Alright. Are you done? Can we please be over with this shit? Think I had enough. No, it might be over. Gabi's family are the best cooks in Argentina. Yeah, except for my dad. It's over? I don't know. I mean, apparently I need to shoot the heart. Oh wait, is this a warp? It warps to the other side, okay. But yeah, it might be over, yes. And now you die. Maybe. No, it's not over yet. It is not. Unfortunately. Damn, this looks painful already. On the right side. Oh, don't tell me you're gonna make this animation every single fucking time, dude. Why doesn't this game have a skip button, dude? Is it that hard, for fuck's sake? I don't even know how I... Oh, you want me to dodge that by looping to... Okay. See, that's the problem. I need to remember that you need to loop to the sides. What a pain in the ass. Well, at least I guess we can be sure that this is the final boss, probably. I gotta say that I don't like how much this game sucks on Shovel's dick. Like, come on, dude, it's just a fucking... Chester? That's Shovel if you didn't know. Yeah, thanks. You hadn't told me, I wouldn't have figured that out. Thanks for the information. Very appreciated. I don't know why the game is not telling me that this is Shovel. Right? Like, I'm wondering here what the name of this boss is, and the game just doesn't say anything. Oh, you can't hit... Okay, gotcha. Shovel shoes are ugly. I mean, Shovel in general is ugly. You're setting up the AI thing, by the way. Nice. Good shit. It's Shoker plus Devil. Yeah, I guess that's the original idea. It's a character from a game called Deltarune that it's supposed to be the prequel / sequel of Undertale. Just as you would expect, the fanbase surrounding it is a little bit obsessed with this sort of characters. Kinda like with Sans. You know how Sans became such... Like, people couldn't shut the fuck up about Sans to the point that he became a joke of a character. I mean, outside of the game. In the game, it's still the way it is. It didn't change, but I mean, people like to reference this kind of character so much that outside of the game, they end up becoming kind of like jokes, you know? Like the edgy character that everyone creams their pants over it. Kind of like Shadow the Hedgehog at its time. Just that Shadow the Hedgehog became a joke thanks to the source material. Here, these ones are a joke outside of the source material, kinda. Sans into Smash Bros? Yeah, pretty much. Shovel is not the only Shoker I can see on the screen. I mean, I don't think being called a Shoker is an insult. If you're trying to insult me, I don't think being called a Shoker is particularly an insult. It means that you're very good at telling jokes, right? Which I'm not. So I appreciate the compliment. How many times do I need to shoot his heart? Apparently you can shoot him multiple times, but... Still haven't played Deltarune? Well, it's free to play, so... You know... Shoker gets all the girls in Persona 5. That's also true. In Persona 5, Shoker gets all the girls, you know. She gets the childhood... Well, he gets the childhood friend. He gets the new girl in town. He gets the teacher even. he gets everyone. Did you see the new Deltarune music that dropped yesterday? No, I have not. You know what the Shoker gets at Arkham? Wait, that's pronounced Arkham, right? Whatever. Well, he gets Harley Quinn. So, that's not a bad idea, a thing, I will say, right? I'm not sure how to dodge that one. He gets wrecked? I don't think so. I don't think DC Comics has the balls to kill the Joker. Or, well, not without reviving him later anyways. All Joker's doing pretty good, all things considered. Yeah, right? You can kinda say that. But yeah. Well, maybe except for this one. I don't know though. I don't know if it's a good idea to completely shoot that and then go to the right. I will assume it is, but I don't know. Go to Shale, but you get to fuck the crazy girl. But I don't know what you mean. Like, the whole point of the Joker is that he's pretty much invincible because he is surrounded by goons that can't stop sucking his dick. So even if he goes to Shale, he's gonna get out of Shale very quickly. Like, that's the whole point of Joker. It's a villain that unless you kill him, which doesn't happen because Batman is a pussy, you won't defeat him. Pros and cons. I don't know. I will say that if I was Joker in the Batman universe, there aren't many cons. I mean, my super nemesis is a moron that refuses to kill me. Everyone in the city, like, well, every one of the bad guys loves me, right? The police is too stupid to do anything about me. So it's like, being the Joker doesn't seem like such a bad idea if you ask me. Wait, can I? Oh, that doesn't kill you at least. Ah, fuck you. Because Batman isn't above the law. I don't know why he will need to be. You know? But yeah. I always find funny all these DC comic shits that are like, oh no, you don't have to kill the villain because that wouldn't make you better than him. Yeah, let's just make the villain keep killing and torturing and all of that to hundreds of people because, you know, yeah, he doesn't deserve to die. He deserves forgiveness. Sure he does. Yeah, like, I always like that the moral of the story is you should let these people live so we can sell more volumes by making him do more bad things. Like, yeah, nice moral, dude. He can't just go around killing people he doesn't like. Well, I think that that's beyond not liking him. That's more of like, you know, this guy is a negative to the whole city. Like, keeping him alive is not good for anyone, including him. So there is no reason to keep him alive. You know, why will you do that? The police should probably do something about that. Yeah, but if that, well, that's also, if there's something else that DC Comic taught us is that the police is useless, just like in real life, pretty much. So I guess in that regard, that's not a bad lesson, but you know, yeah, that's the thing. You probably, for villains like those, there is no other exit other than death. Any other resolution is just stupid. If villains like the Joker existed, he will need to get killed immediately. And he probably will get killed immediately in real life. I mean, after all, there is no reason to keep him alive, unless you are not good enough to kill him somehow. True to live depiction. Oh, you mean true to life, not to live. Okay. But yeah, that applies to most super villains, by the way. It's just that since these stories are usually aimed towards teenagers and shit, they don't want to teach teenagers that killing can be good. But there are some people that just don't have any other alternative, you know. There are some people that cannot be changed, and keeping those alive is even more cruel. Because I mean, if you keep them alive, you're keeping them locked. Is that really more humane than just killing them? You know? Yeah, just keep him jailed for life. Is that really very humane? Like, no, that's not. Joker has get out of jail free card. Yeah, that's thanks to the writers. The writers give him that card for free. Does that mean every person in jail for life has to die? No, I'm not saying they have to die. I'm saying if it really is better to have someone jailed for life than dead. Especially since the conditions in jail are not... Well, that depends on where you live, I guess. I guess some jails, like the ones in Norway and shit, are places where you can live for life and there is no problem. But yeah, good luck being in an Argentinian prison cell for life. Generating Toho images, and you generated Shrine Maiden Yuka. Interesting. Let me know the results whenever you are done. This boss is terrible? No, I don't think it's terrible. I mean, especially since it's probably the final boss of the game, it makes sense for it to be hard. I don't think it's hard, at least not for what I've seen yet. Like, these patterns, I mean, they might be killing me, but they are not really hard at all. But I haven't seen all this boss has, so most likely at some point he's gonna have very nasty shit that's probably gonna be very hard to dodge. But so far this is not hard. A class on criminal law? No thanks. This thing has a lot of sliders, not sure how to use them. Check the guides. Like, I'm pretty sure that the guides of the thread that I show you kinda explain what the sliders do and shit. And if it doesn't say, if you want clues about how to generate, try to read the thread comments. A lot of times the thread comments let you know what prompt was used to generate a specific image. And trust me, the prompts are not very straightforward. You need to use a lot of terms that you probably will never think of using if you want to generate a specific result. So I will recommend you to read through not only that thread, but also other threads that happened in the past to see more or less what the idea of the prompts is. It's not as simple as just saying, I don't know, Superman jumping a rope or whatever. No, like, it has multiple things you can use, multiple things that don't even make it a sentence, like multiple terms that you use together in order to generate something specific. So yeah, make sure to look that up. You can also blacklist tags, you can also put more emphasis in some tags, you can also use artist as reference for what you want to generate. So I don't know if you want something to look like, I don't know, Yuto Ichika? No, not that one. Generate Gabby's favorite Toho? Yeah, definitely not Reimu. Isn't Yuto that one from Satori manga? No. The one from Satori manga is called... Damn, that's a good question. What was she called? Fuck. I kinda forgot. No, I don't think her name was Yuto. What was her name again? Because Yuma is the one from Toho 17.5. But how was the bitch from Satori's manga called? Wasn't she called Mumu or something like that? I forgot. Honestly, yeah, no, I forgot. I think it was something similar to Mumu, but I wouldn't be able to remember. Oh, Misuchi. Okay, yeah. I didn't remember. I remember that it had M's. Yeah, Misuchi is the name. No, I think that it wasn't Mumu, it was Mimi, because some people abbreviate the name as Mimi since it starts, both her first name and last name start with me. That's what I remember. It was Mimi. Yeah, Misuchi is supposed to be her name. And yes, Yuma, as I said, is the final boss from 17.5. The one that is supposed to be a devil goat or some shit like that. Oh, they appear in both sides? I thought they were only on one side. Damn it. That's not who Mimi is supposed to be. Never forget Mimi-chan. Well, yeah, there's also that Mimi, but I don't think many people remember that one. And I'm pretty sure not many people are gonna remember this Mimi unless she somehow gets featured outside of the manga. Though, before she does that, you will need to see her official colors. Like, we still haven't seen what her official colors are supposed to be like. We only know how she is in black and white, but we don't know the real colors. But then again, it wouldn't be the first time that a manga character gets made into a game or well, yeah, a game. What else could it be? I mean, after all, Kazen started like that. Before Urban Legend in Limbo, Kazen was a manga-only character, and so were the fairies. The three fairies of light, you know, Luna, Star, and... what was the other one? What was the sun one? Oh yeah, Sunny. That's her name. All of those did not exist outside of manga until Great Fairy Wars got released. I'm not gonna make it again, damn it. If you don't start running from the beginning, you cannot make it. She's all green and yellow. Well, some people are saying that her color combination is gonna be the same as Mima, just so Mima fans are pissed off. Which will be pretty funny, all things considered, you know. It will be quite funny. But yeah. A meme about canon? Yeah. I guess you could say that. Oh, come on, one hit away. Wow, that was super good. Good moves. I mean, I gotta remember that if you see something on one side, it's gonna be on the other side as well. You? What about me? Oh, Pog you. Fucking stoner using third-party application emotes when I don't even have them enabled. Well, he has them enabled in his head, which is what truly matters, you know. You know that BTTV is like a third-party thing, and I don't know. Oh, that reminds me. Did you see that Dr. Disrespect is actually... he appears in a side quest of an NBA game. And he's also a playable character. Can you believe that, dude? You can play as Dr. Disrespect in a basketball game. Well, play with and against. It almost makes me want to play it if it wasn't for the fact that I don't really like sports games. But you know. Just insane how Twitch just decided to cut ties with Dr. Disrespect like that. That's so stupid. Why will you do something like that? Like, even if he lied about a contract, how can you be such a bitch? Wait, what killed me? Okay, you can actually receive contact damage? Never be bowling? Oh, but he's bowling there. But yeah, that's pretty good. That's a very good inclusion. He even has dialogue in that side quest and everything. It's great. It's okay, don't tell the Twitch cops I talk about Dr. Disrespect. Because they don't like when people acknowledge his existence, you know. Who is Dr. Disrespect? What you mean, who is Dr. Disrespect? Are you asking about the 2 times video game championship 1993-1994 back to back? The 6-foot A-frame? Unbelievable. How can you not know about the video game superstar? It's insane how one person can spawn so many shows. Like, how do you have that power? How is it possible? How can you be so powerful? Is he saying boy? He's a bit disappointed when he says it, right? Boy. Damn it. Well, at least that wasn't enough to kill him. Because if that was enough to kill him, I will be very pissed off. But he has more bullshit, as you can see. Well, at least it's good to know that attack exists. Alright. Can I see more? No, it's not gonna give me... Oh, wait, he might... Okay, he has the usual. Alright. I wonder how many hits he takes, because he took 6 and he hasn't died yet. Anything else you want to show? Okay, he has that sight attack. Have you heard about the Absolute Legend 2-time Honeypop World Record holder? World Record holder? You're associating with that who shall not be named. Time to get cancelled harder than all the bullets in Cave. See, that's the funny thing. Because I could understand, you know, well, I wouldn't. This is still stupid. But I can imagine someone getting sensitive over me, I don't know, mentioning someone like Gootecks, aka the face of PogChamp. Well, the old face of PogChamp before the fucking Komodo dragon came. Because he says some interesting stuff, to say the least. The Dr. Disrespect, someone that is an inspirational entertainer. The fact that that in Twitch is kind of like a bad word to the bitch ass mods. It's pretty funny. He's saying bye-bye, maybe. I'm associated with the Komodo dragon of the current PogChamp. Damn. PogChamp makes no sense now. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad emote, but it's not PogChamp. You know? It's just not the same. But yeah. That's because the person behind it, Gootecks, said a lot of questionable stuff. The problem is that at that point, it's not like you're even promoting Gootecks. I mean, most people don't even know who Gootecks is. I mean, I personally do because I follow Street Fighter 4 back then, and he was an entertainer back then. Well, he also was supposed to compete, but he wasn't very good, really. But he was a good entertainer during Street Fighter 4. Alongside Mike Ross, but unfortunately, yeah, he said some very dumb shit. But again, him saying dumb shit shouldn't be a warrant to take the emote away. It's not like the emote is called Gootecks. The emote is called PogChamp, so most people wouldn't even know who that guy is. PogChamp is banned, so I should use PogU. Well, that's also the reason why so many people use third-party applications for emotes. Because there are some, well, PogChamp being the biggest reason, since they have emotes like Pog that are replacements. But yeah. Damn it. But yeah, that's the thing. But it's the way it is, you know. Twitch mods are bitches. What you expect? It's just the way it is. mods. I mean, I don't think mods... I mean, you will never see myself defending moderators, right? But I don't think it's the mod's fault. It's just Twitch higher-ups being absolute fucking bitches. The mods are just the slaves that that just follow orders or their masters. Admin in chat just doing their job. Yeah, but you guess what? They do it for free. They do it for $0 an hour. So, you know, pretty hard to call it a show. Yeah, the best price, I know, right? You know, if they don't do their job properly, they are gonna get a discount from their salary. You wouldn't want to be paid less than $0, right? Because after that you will go to negative numbers, which means that you will need to pay. Anyways, point is, fuck mods, fuck Twitch, and fuck their higher-ups. Not in that order. I will say first fuck the higher-ups, then fuck the mods, and then fuck Twitch in general. I think that's the order. Yeah. Well, then again, I joke about saying they do it for free, but I'm pretty sure actual Twitch moderators, the ones that are not channel moderators, but the ones that are, like, you know, admin members, I'm pretty sure those are paid. Like, it will be weird if those weren't paid. Like, if those weren't paid, it will be so fucking funny. But no, I'm pretty sure those are paid. So, you know. I'm just gonna make Satori picks. Nice. There's something I never understand about this I Wanna Be The Guy games. Where is the hell bar? Well, some fun games have a hell bar. It's just that this particular fun game in this particular boss fight doesn't have a hell bar. There were other bosses in this same game that did have hell bars, but I guess sometimes they just don't like putting hell bars. Then again, in old games you also didn't have hell bars. You know, in games like Mario you didn't have hell bars. In games like Sonic the Hedgehog you didn't have hell bars. So it's not like it's something that is exclusive from I Wanna Be The Guy fun games. Yeah, you can also say that a hell bar here doesn't really fit without covering important parts of the screen. Unless you put him in, like, right above him. Don't buy the hand that could be looking for a Spring Boot developer in the Argentina area. What, do you mean Twitch? I would rather teach programming, like become a teacher, than work for Twitch. Fuck Twitch. You know how bad it is. I mean, being a teacher is almost like being a Twitch moderator. You get paid, that's the difference. But what you get paid is definitely not worth the job. So pretty much like Twitch mods. Also, how is it going, Echo? You replace her head for a big third eye? And that's pretty funny. It does? Yeah, I think, I mean, there were bosses in this game that had the hell bar as little hearts that basically floated on top of the boss's sprite, I think that's something that is doable here, since basically there's nothing you can really cover if there was a hell bar above his head. I'm dead. Teaching is less stressful than production work? No. Definitely not. There are not many jobs that are as stressful as teaching. So, no. I disagree. Well, sure, you can teach at a university, and usually, obviously, those are 100 times better than teaching at a school. I mean, a high school, something like that, right? Well, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't teach programming in middle school. But yeah, the point is that in universities it might be better, but not by that much. The only thing more stressful than teaching is being the student. I don't think I agree with that either. Yeah, being the student is stressful because of homework and bullshit. But if that trash didn't exist, it wouldn't be a problem. Well, then again, I guess that trash is a big part of being a student after all. You meant teaching back-end development? I mean, it doesn't really make a difference. Whether you teach back-end development or just general programming, I mean, yeah, back-end programming, you probably wouldn't teach that in a high school, sure, but I mean, it's not like it really changes that much. At the end of the day, you need to teach. Oh, also, since you are here, Echo, do you remember how many hits this bitch takes? Because depending on that, I will either try hard him today or just leave it for another stream. Because if he only has like 8 hits in total, I can definitely beat this guy today. But if he has more than that, I'm afraid that I probably won't be able to. And I probably should leave it for another stream. So what do you say? Well, if you don't remember, it's not like you will be able to say much, but... Oh, I won't make it. Oh, I actually made it. Nice. I don't remember how many hits, but this is a long fight, like 10 or 12. Okay. Well, I think if that's the case, the best thing I can do is just leave this for another stream, because honestly, that seems like an absolute pain in the fucking ass. Oh, I'm dead as well. Or I might not be. Well, actually, I'm not. Nice. Problem is that I wasted a lot of time, so I can... Yeah, I could only target the hard ones, unfortunately. Again with this bullshit, goddammit. Oh man, I hate this side attack. This AI works so much better, it's pretty wild. Yeah, I know. That's why I sent that link to you. It was perfect. It truly is something that... If I had that computing power, I will do it myself as well, but... Unfortunately, I do not. But eventually, I will. I hope that by the time that I can have that computing power, that video cards don't become super expensive again, because I tell you, now people with cryptocurrencies, the price of video cards is going down, but this AI shit, I'm pretty sure is gonna make it go up again. I mean, I guess the difference is that I don't see many people using this compared to just getting into cryptocurrencies, but at the same time, it's such a wild thing, as you say. So I wouldn't be sure. I feel that I hope not, because I still want to buy a video card. But something tells me that this sort of shit will make the price of video cards go up. I wouldn't be surprised. I really hope not, though. Then again, they're probably, by the time that this gets better, it will probably be better optimized than it is right now, because let's not forget that there is definitely a lot of room for improvement in terms of optimization. So it might be something that even with my current machine I might be able to do if it eventually gets optimized, but I don't know if that will be the case. You can make money generating AI? I think you could, but as I say, that depends on how optimized this becomes. So I'm pretty sure that the best AIs are gonna require way more processing power. So you might be able to make money, but then again, it will be something so common that maybe it will lose its value. I don't know. As you will expect, I'm not very good at economy. I am in fact very bad at economy, so I wouldn't be able to tell you if this is something you could make money of. Well, no. Let me correct myself. Yes, just like with anything, of course you can make money of this. But I don't think you will be able to become a millionaire, if it's your question. I mean, you can make money out of anything. You can just basically sell the shittiest product, whatever that product is, and earn money. But you know, generate AI on Amazon web server, free tier, free money. Well, that's the thing. A lot of these online services that require you to connect to a server are super censored. You can generate images of whatever you want. You can generate things about what they think it's acceptable. So because of that, custom made, well, custom is a pretty strong word to use in this context, but like this kind of programs that you set up in your computer, I will assume they will become super important because they basically have no limitations, well, other than the limitation of the AI itself. But you know, I'm assuming those limits are not that big anyways. But yeah, I don't know, dude. But all I know is that AI is getting super good at generating images. Like, it's getting quite scary how good it's getting. And you might not see them that much, which is the reason why I link Yannick that thread, because if you Google AI shit, what you will see in Google and in other search services is probably this very, like, this very stupid looking AI. Very stupid looking images, I mean, that are like a joke. He has 8 HP, so 7 hits after the initial hit. Oh, I see. So I was 1 hit away from killing him. Well, that's pretty sad. But thanks. I will try to, well, if that's the case, I think I need to try getting this asshole today. But I don't know. Well, the good thing is that today is Friday. So I can basically try hard for a long time without an issue, but yeah. When the blue and red do the spin move, can you warp back to the other side instead of trying to run faster? Not really. I mean, I tried and it didn't work. Maybe you can, but not in the way I do it, at least. But yeah. I guess I need to do this today then. Well, Miku believes in you. Well, that's one thing that I was saying. Whether I beat this game today or not, I don't give a shit. Tomorrow I'm playing Project Diva. I've been holding on for a week, like I always do. But yeah, that can't be it. I'm blue balling myself. So let's just not do that. So tomorrow, whether I win here or not, I definitely am playing Project Diva tomorrow. Running under him is dead. No. That works. What are you talking about? It's only dead if he is not floating at that specific time. But it works in any other time. See, here you need to wait, but you can go afterwards. See? Doing anything else doesn't seem like a better idea, or maybe it is, I don't know. It's quicker and you might be missing out on damage. Yeah, but I don't understand how to do it, so because of that I'm not gonna do it. I mean, it's one of those things where I know that there might be a strategy that works, but yeah, sorry, I raised my voice a little bit. No, I know I can do it, I just don't know how, and I don't want to figure out how. It's probably gonna take longer for me to figure out how to do it than it is to do it my way. So I understand that it's not the optimal way, but I think that it's too late to do anything else. Damn it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. No. I mean, my strategy is not that good. As he says, you can miss out on damage and sometimes it doesn't even work. Like sometimes if he's down enough, you can get killed by his feet. But it's one of those strategies that I will need to learn, and learning takes attempts, and well, attempts take time, obviously. Now, you might be thinking that the time taken to learn is gonna be worth it in the end, and you might be right. See, okay, so you want me to warp here. I just don't get how. You look at the spiral and check if the corner of the room is safe or not. I don't know, I cannot make it work. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. You almost had it? No. Definitely not. I wasn't even close. Alright. You want me to go back and forth. See, that's the thing. Okay. That's why you have to be specific when you talk about a strategy. If you just tell me to switch, I'm gonna think about switching once. You should have mentioned that I need to switch twice. Yeah, now it makes sense. I thought that it was only one switch. No, it's two. Well, it's okay. I should have found out by myself, so that's also my fault. But you know, thanks for the the advice. I really wouldn't have done that by myself. The amount of switching depends on the pattern. You think Toby Fox play this game? I don't think Toby Fox is skilled enough to play something like this. Or maybe he is, I don't know. I mean, for what I know, this type of creators, but I don't know, it will be a case-by-case scenario. All I know is that, for example, Shins, the creator of Lenen, is not very good at Danmaku games. Well, not compared to the people that play his games. I don't know if Toby Fox is also the same, but for what I see, like those kind of developers that usually focus more on the story side of things, it's not like they are super good, you know? It's kind of like Soon. Soon is not better than the people that play his game. Well, yeah, he's better than some of them. The people that know how to play the game good are way better than Soon at playing his own game. I don't know if that will be the case for Toby Fox. Hey, maybe Toby Fox is a world-class player for all I know. Maybe Toby Fox will obliterate me in games. But I don't know, I feel like he's the kind of creator that is just good enough to at least beat his own game, but not much more than that, you know. Then again, him being not good enough doesn't mean that he can't just play this and get good, right? But I would assume that his schedule is a little bit busy for him to be playing a game like this, you know. Dan Salvato is... yeah, well, yeah. Dan Salvato is an Edge melee player, so it obviously makes sense for him to be good. You know. Dan Salvato used to be a melee player. Melee players are out of their minds. They are so good at using gamepads that it's insane. I mean, anyone that is a good melee player is probably a player that can be good at anything. Stop bitching and post mummies? Is that a post on the thread? Well, why don't you do it? How does Soon account for difficulty if there are players who are better? I don't know what you mean by that question. Just because there are players that are better doesn't mean that he's not decent enough at his own games. I mean, he's good enough to beat his own games in the hardest difficulty, if that's what you're wondering. But he's definitely not good enough as the players that do shit like no miss, no bomb. Obviously, those are the minority and they are... I don't know about their heads, but they are definitely a little bit crazy to even attempt those things. But no, I'm not saying that Soon cannot play his own game. I'm just saying that Soon is not better than people that are very good at his game. And you also have to keep in mind that most of the developers of games are just good at the games they make, or games that are obviously inspired in the game they make. And this kind of game is quite different from what Deltarune and Undertale are about, you know. So in that regard, I wouldn't really say that Toby Fox could play this, but maybe he can. I don't know, why don't you ask him on Twitter? I mean, I don't have a Twitter account. I will ask him otherwise. Hey, have you played this shit that steals all your game assets for free, even though it's definitely not allowed? Scott Cawthon? Who the fuck is Scott Cawthon? Oh, the guy from Five Nights at Freddy, right? Is that the guy? I don't know if he's good at melee. How will I know? Yeah, no, I don't know, dude. Again, ask him. Hey, Scott, are you good at Smash Bros. Melee? Like, hey, you have all these tools like Twitter, just ask them. I mean, what's the worst that they can do? Block you? Who gives a shit? Make another account. You know? I personally don't use Twitter because I think that Twitter is for subhumans, but you know, since if you use it, hey, feel free to ask him. Again, what's the worst that can happen? Him blocking you? Who gives a shit? I really don't like this attack at all. You suck of shit. Okay, that's fine though. Oh, I still need to look to the other side, innit? It's a little bit hard to think with portals, you know. It's not easy at all. Alright, so if... Never mind. I was gonna say if I survive that, but I didn't. You have 70 alternate accounts? Well... then go ask him. I mean, you know that a lot of people in Twitter randomly ask random questions like that, you know? If they feel like it. I mean, as long as if you don't ask him, hey, have you ever choked on a dick? Yeah, as long as you don't ask questions like that, I'm pretty sure they will be happy to answer whatever question you have, as long as they see them, obviously. Well, regardless, maybe it might not be a good idea to ask Toby Fox if he played this game. Because again, I know that these games are free and that's the reason why their distribution is quote-unquote legal. But this game is using assets from a game without permission. So you probably shouldn't ask him, because you're probably just snitching the guy who made this game. Not to mention that if he takes notice of the game because he noticed it, he wouldn't take legal action. But I mean that, you know, it might be a better idea for them to not know. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be fine with it, but just in case, it's one of those things that it's better off don't tell. Yeah, don't tell, basically. One of those things that it's better to remain in the fan game community. I have one alternate account and no main account, then that's pretty cool. Is it because your main account got obliterated? That's the only possible explanation, right? Wow, good dodges. I really don't like this attack with the aim thingies. It's not like it's super hard, but it's annoying enough to be a problem. I don't like that attack. There was never a main account? Damn. At what point does the alt become the main? I don't know. Ask Yannick. Hey, ask him on Twitter. Why don't you ask Yannick on Twitter? You shouldn't rush some of these attacks. Yeah, that's pretty easy to say. The thing is that most of these attacks are deadly regardless of if I rush them or not. So I rather rush them than not rushing them and dying anyways. Well, at least it seems like a better idea to me. Maybe it's not a better idea, but... you know, whatever. It's okay. My only Twitter is one for Lost World. We're making the boss harder by shooting while the triangles are firing. Again, it's pretty easy for you to say. The triangles are hard whether I'm shooting or not. So instead of wasting time not shooting and dying anyways, I rather shoot, and if I die, so be it. And if I don't die, well, that's better. It's not as easy as it looks. Well, not like it's a hard attack, to be honest, but... you know. Point is... yeah. It doesn't look easy. I mean, in reality, they are just bullets that are aimed. Like, it's not hard to do. It's just that since the angle is random, it can be a little bit annoying to calculate. Oh, by the way, Yannick, since you talk about Lost World, you know that lately I'm using my Switch as a radio, because I'm listening to Touhou Spell Bubble songs in like a playlist that the own game lets you listen to. And one of the songs is from Touhou Lost World, I'm pretty sure. I think it's called Lost World Chronicles, I think. That song is amazing. That song is very good. I think it's supposed to be the opening of the game or some shit like that. What a good song. So, at least one thing is good about that game. Yeah. It's an amazing song. I like it a lot. I think I lost some damage there. No, it's okay, I got it. So here he does the special attack. I don't know how to dodge this. Well, I guess you can just chill in the corner. But he's gonna do it again, right? Kinda. Oh, okay, that's the attack. All things considered, that doesn't seem that bad. Wait, what's that? Oh. I don't know this attack. Oh, fuck. Is he dead? Wait, he's not dead? But he should be dead. Oh, I fucked up because I got... Wait, how is he not dead? Didn't you say 8 hits including the first one? If it's 8 hits including the first one, that's 8 hits. Or you mean 8 hits without the first one, maybe. The music videos seem pretty good, but I never check them out much. Oh, I also don't know about the music videos. Damn it. Oh, fuck, dude. Should be 8. But yeah, should be 8 without the first one. Like, should be 8 since now, right? And again, at that point with that attack that I was being shot at, I couldn't have done much anyways. Because I didn't even know what attack it was. It was the first time seeing that attack, so I don't really blame myself for it. I blame the fight. Well, yeah, it's still my fault, but I mean that it's not something that was a fuck up, it was a natural reaction. I think that I'm gonna completely lose my attacks here. Okay, I lost one. Oh, fuck you. Oh, this attack is ass. Ass, and not the good kind. Oh, that was close. That was pretty risky, all things considered. Whatever. Oh! Nice. I'm surprised that this attack is not a lot harder. Because it could be so much harder. The dev was merciful here. He could have done such a nasty ass attack. Oh, I'm still gonna lose some damage here. Fuck this guy, dude. Damn it. Oh, fuck, come on. That was so unlucky. Fuck you, you piece of shit. Damn it, that was so unlucky. He did that shitty ass attack the one moment I decided to attack him. That attack is so fucking shit. Mostly because it shits on the whole concept of having a warp, since it's the same in both sides. Well, that's also the same on both sides, but at least that one is easier to dodge. Damn it, dude. It's okay, keep it cool. You really have to ask. It would have been that big of a deal to put a fucking skip button in the game. Is it hard to implement? Maybe, I don't know. I never try making a fun game. But I feel that it should have been there. No, it's just a thought. It's not like it's necessary, but would have been nice to have it. Would have been cool. It's okay, at least the intro is not that long. Could have been worse, really. See, that's the problem there, right? So you tell me I shouldn't attack while that aim diamond attack is there. So the problem with that is, sure, I don't attack there, I wait for that attack to go away. So when do I attack? Because if he does that attack where I need to look through the screen, I also won't be able to hit him whenever he becomes vulnerable, right? So, like, I feel that I need to use that attack no matter what. Well, there is also that attack, I guess, but I don't know. Oof, that was a bad decision, but I somehow survived. Oh, fuck you. That attack, I really don't like it. I already said it, but I'm gonna say it again, and I'm gonna say it every single time I get killed by it. That attack sucks. There is a pause between attacks. There is barely a pause between attacks. That's the issue. Like, at the beginning, yes, when he has attacks like those, yes, there is a pause. Later on, there is not a pause. Or not a reasonable pause, at least. So that's why you need to attack whenever you can. See, okay, here I'm not gonna attack, right? Because this attack is present. But see, that's the issue. Now he's vulnerable and I cannot hit him because he's doing this shitty ass attack. Well, I was able to hit him once instead of twice like you should do there. So that's the problem. Like, even if I use the pause, the next attack can completely fuck up my chance of cashing in damage. Missing little damage is better than dying. I don't know about that. I can't believe it. See, and that's the problem. When I do that attack, and he does that attack from the extremes of the edges of the screen, I don't have time to react because it just doesn't, like, I guess I shouldn't switch sides, but if I don't switch sides, I end up getting killed by that shit. And it's not like I was doing that during the attack. I did it after the previous attack finished. So what else do you want me to do? Like, at that point, might as well not attack ever. So that way you know you won't die. Well, yeah, that is correct, yeah. I mean, if your objective is not dying, yeah, don't attack him ever. That's the safest way of doing it. It doesn't seem like the best way if you actually want to win the fight, I personally think. Fuck you, suck of shit. See right there? I got lucky that he did the attack sooner. Well, sooner. That he did it when he did it. If he had done it any later, I would have probably died. Alright, got him there. He's gonna do the spinning sides, right? Oh no, he's gonna do this. Alright. Damn, no spinning sides, really? Wait, okay. Am I miscounting? Aren't those 3 hits? 3. I mean 8 hits. Am I really miscounting? Because I'm pretty sure those were 8 hits in total. Oh, that's bad. That shouldn't be a problem anyways. Oh, well, the problem is that he won't receive damage. Oh, there you go. Wait, that's 9. isn't it? Isn't that 9 hits? Or did I miss 1 hit somewhere? Well, whatever. He's dead. Fuck you. You're an asshole. Oh, that's it. He dies and alright. She thanks. Well, thanks for the strategies, regardless. Like, even if it wasn't the exact number, it's good to have a reference. Because if this was 16 hits, that would have been quite different. But yeah, it was around 8, which is what matters. So, because if, as I said, if it was more, if it was more than that, I wouldn't have done it today. How's that air? Is it fresh? Maybe. Can you check my clutch win? Wait, is the game gonna crash if I click? Okay, it actually didn't. What's this? Oh, it's on the same game. Oh, you risk yourself by jumping into the pattern. That's pretty interesting. Good stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that myself. Damn, these are all the names that were used. Love Trap, I'm assuming it's because of Miku, right? I don't know about I Wanna Be the Black. I don't remember that one. Wait, Titan Souls? Maybe he used music from Titan Souls. And I don't know what Right is. But that's okay. It was a pretty cool game, all things considered. I personally didn't like the last area with Hollow Knight. Not just because I don't really like Hollow Knight that much, but also I don't like how the area was in general. It says Finn question mark. So let me answer you. Yes, Finn. You don't need to. Yeah. You don't need to ask, game. That is Finn. Oh, these are the secrets, aren't they? Oh no, this is okay. Yeah, they are the secrets, but these are warps. See, for example, here there is one because this is the clarinet. And what's this? Wait. Okay, like, I understand that these are warps to all the zones. Wait. These are just the bosses. And then the credits. So, I'm assuming... Wait, this big door probably leads to the... Probably leads to the final boss, right? Oh, wait a second. Is this something that you only unlock when you get all the secrets? Damn, that's crazy. I mean, it's crazy that you think that I'm gonna get all the secrets, that is. Yeah, that big door is for all secrets. And what happens once you enter? Does a picture... I don't know what's in there. Yeah, I also don't know what's in there. And don't worry, I also won't know what's in there. You can rest assured I won't. Also, yeah, it's a great game for the price, I agree. Use cheat engine to unlock the secrets? Nah. Let's just keep it a secret. But no. Again, that was a pretty cool game. And... you know, despite the final area not being of my liking, including the final fight and the final avoidance, it was still pretty good. Games like this are rare, yeah, I'm aware. I mean, usually this kind of production value that is... Well, I didn't mean to close the game. I wanted to go back to the... I wanted to go back to the main screen to see my deaths. Well, I guess I can still do it. Just that... Oh, that's what changes. Look, wait, let me put the screen properly. Look at that. Now instead of him grabbing his heart all shy, he actually has a determined pose and a determined expression in his face. That's pretty cool. That's what the kind of thing I like to check, because these games usually have shit like this after you beat it. But yeah, there you have it. Well, 1,011 deaths and 10 hours. Damn, just a little bit and I would have been below 10 hours and below 1,000 deaths, but not quite. Yeah. Behind the door is a poorly drawn picture of 3 smiling people. That would be cool. I wouldn't expect anything less. But yeah. Yeah, this was a pretty cool game, so thanks for the recommendation, Ecomask. I appreciate it. I do agree that it's hard to find this sort of fun games. So, you know, that's pretty cool. And I guess for now, I think I'm fine with fun games. No, I mean, maybe I could play a fun game or two sometime in the future, but for now, tomorrow I just want to play Project Diva and that's it. I just want to play that, and after that we will see, but regardless, pretty cool game. Thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream. So have a good one everyone, and take care.